This is bad comedy. Behold, Galvatron.
And here's a look at Studio Series 86 Galvatron. So first, let's take a look at the box. So here you can see the box with the nice illustration of the toy in alt mode. And I actually like the way this is done. You could see the high contrast, which with the shadows, that makes this accessory look much better than the real thing. And the back of the box, you get your typical product images with the Matrix from that scene in the movie. His alt mode with those weird accessories attached. And the backdrop with the red floor background that I don't like. And here you can see the side of the box. You get a nice artwork of Galvatron in robot mode. And the other side, you get a close-up of his head. Studio Series 86. And the top of the box, you get Transformers, the movie. And the bottom, get your warning words and stuff. So that is a look at the box. And here is a look at the figure. But first, let's go over all the accessories. So first, we get these two guns that are in the form of his ship from the movie. Yeah, not really accurate. And one of my issues is, if you're gonna do something like this, why didn't you paint this like the purple color? And what's weird is you get two of them, because two of these ships didn't appear in the movie. But I think they're supposed to be a gimmick where you tab these two together and they form like a gun. But I think this is a mold degradation, because you could see this doesn't stay tabbed in like the Kingdom version. But I guess it's still kind of nice. I mean, you can play around with this, stick this all over the place if you want. And then we get the cool accessory, the chain and the Matrix from the movie. So this is actually a cool accessory. And here you just simply put it on his head like so. And yeah, that's cool. And then the other accessory that you get that I already attached was his piece for his arm cannon that came wrapped in the Decepticon toilet paper. And his arm cannon, which now it's completely orange. It doesn't have that nice transparent orange, but I actually like this because this one actually looks more screen accurate. But the transparent does look nice, which, you know, I'll show you during the comparison. But that's a look at the accessories. And last, the instructions. Your typical instructions now. And it opens up and you could see all the accessories that you get. And the attachments for the accessories. And then the transformation. And this is kind of interesting. I mean, this is not the first time I noticed this, but Prime versus Prime does these nice transformations, and interestingly, it's exactly the steps that you see in the instructions. So I thought that's kind of interesting. That's not the first time I've seen it, but at least with him, his transformation instructions, you're getting exactly from the instructions sheet. So here is a look at the figure. And now let's zoom in and take a closer look at all the details. So first, I guess, take a closer look at the Matrix. And then we could take it off so we can get a closer look at that nicely sculpted head with the better color that's more accurate to the movie. And this figure actually does have, you know, some of the nice sculpted in detail. So yeah, it makes the figure look much nicer. But yeah, the head, it can go up just a little bit, it can go down, It can rotate side to side and go all around. And then his shoulders, you could see they do swivel out, and they can go forward and back. And you do get bicep swivel. And you could see you do get a nice double jointed elbow, which is, for transformation. And his fist, you do get fist rotation. And yes, I know some people are complaining that this doesn't have articulated fingers for the price you're paying, like $55, $60 for this. So I'm just going to acknowledge that, yeah, for what you're paying, they could have done more, but they didn't. But that really doesn't bother me too much. And then you do get waist rotation, but no ab crunch. And then you do get these side hip skirts that you could lift up and then spread his legs out to the side. Legs can go forward, back on nice tight friction. You do get thigh rotation, and then you do get a nice knee bend. And his foot, unfortunately, you don't get any toe tilt up and down, but you do get a nice ankle rocker. So overall, in terms of the articulation, I think you get a good amount of articulation, and it's really fun to play with. And he feels pretty heavy, so I do like the feel of that. He doesn't feel like light and cheap, so he does feel pretty hefty and firm, and he does stand very securely, probably because he does have some heels plus the weight. So I think they did a nice job here. So now let's do this. Let's first put his you can have the option on his forearm or up here. So now let's put it up here, and then we can compare this with the animation model. And you could see in robot mode, for the most part, they did a nice job capturing the toon aesthetics. This color purple is more accurate to the movie. Yeah, so it looks really nice. And then the back, you could see also in robot mode, I think they did a nice job capturing the toon aesthetics. So yeah, this is done really well. And I'm just telling you, for me personally, I really like this figure. I know a lot of people are complaining about it. Not really the color, but the fact that, they're having to buy another one for a high price. Yeah, so here's a comparison with the first version, the Kingdom, and this is what people are complaining. And I always said, with Hasbro, this is the kind of nonsense stuff that we're always gonna get. This is their way to try to make more money off the same mode. And yeah, how do I say this? I really like this because this is more movie accurate. But I want to make this clear that this purple color, which I didn't like until after I realized, this purple color is actually accurate to the G1 cartoon. I mean, if you watch the cartoon, you'll see all the episodes. He does have a purple color. He doesn't have this nice bluish purple color from the movie. So I don't really complain so much about it. It's just my preference is more for the movie colored Galvatron. Only nitpicky thing you could say is, it does have these like little scuffles on here, which you can easily clean up with some rubbing alcohol. And then you have a nice purple Galvatron. And here, this one, you get that nice transparent cannon, which I was telling you. It does look nice. I do like it when they give us nice material like transparent plastic or chrome plated parts. But here, if you swap it out, yeah, it looks nice because I was telling you the transparent makes it look nice, but it doesn't really capture the movie screen accuracy very well. in my opinion. So I actually like this a lot. So this really doesn't bug me too much. It just looks nice on the Kingdom version, which is more the G1 cartoon. So that's a look at the comparisons with the Kingdom version. And now let's bring out some of the other figures for comparison. So I'm not going to bring out like all the 7 Scourge or 8 Scourge I have, and the like 14 sweeps that I have. But here's just the Scourge, and you could see what these two guys look like together. This looks really nice. And then, yeah, this is unfortunate. See, he doesn't stand so well. That's why I was telling you I like the this stands pretty well because he's heavier. But anyways, here you could see what that looks like. And I saved the Cyclonus for last because yeah, I always, kept saying that I think we need a Studio Series version of Cyclonus, because this one is not really the movie accurate colors. He should have kind of like that, pinkish purple color thighs and forearms and hands. So yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping that we get a Studio Series Cyclonus, and then this will look really nice. But for now, you could see what this looks like. This looks like a nice set. Yeah, just again, we need a Studio Series 86 Cyclonus now. So yeah, this is really fun. And yeah, how many times did this guy fall? This is something that they should have did a better job to fix. But yeah, you just have to fuss with it to make sure he stands. And you could see this is a nice collection here. It looks much better than the Kingdom version. Yeah, so hopefully we get a Studio Series and these two can go together. And I actually have a mint and sealed box also. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But yeah, you could see what this looks like. Really nice. Now let's go ahead, transform Galvatron to his alt mode and take a look at that. Okay, here's a look at the alt mode, which I custom transformed so that this is at an angle and it looks a little bit more tune accurate that way. There are little things off here and there in terms of the accuracy with the movie aesthetics. So with that said, let's first compare this with the animation model. And you could see, yeah, there's some things off. I'm not gonna bother to point them all out because there's actually a lot. But you could see, for the most part, I think, they did a nice job, trying to capture the toon aesthetics. So I don't have too much complaints, especially when this is a mainline retail figure. So yeah, this is as good as we're gonna get, in my opinion. So now let's compare this with the Kingdom version, or the G1 cartoon color version, the purple. And this one's transformed the way it's supposed to, so you could see the difference. Let's zoom out a little bit so you could see. Yeah, they're basically the same, just, different colors, little things off here and there. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you the difference. And in terms of the accessories, if you wanted to store these on here, this is what I really think is kind of dumb, but you can just find the tab and the slot, line it up and tab it in. This one is a little bit tricky because it's just a big old opening, like you could see. And so you kind of have to fuss with this a little bit just to get this tabbed in. So let me do that. And this is the way the product image shows you too. I don't know why they do things like this, because this actually is breaking up the whole tune accuracy by storing all this. But if you wanted to do all of that, I guess you could do this. And for more storage, if you want, I guess you could take the matrix and just slide that up and in like so. So yeah, just pointing that out, which I think is really dumb. So I'm just gonna take it off and just let you know that here's my custom transformation, which I think looks really nice. So now let's transform him back to robot mode and have our final thoughts. Okay, my final thoughts on this figure. Considering everything that I pointed out already, I really like this figure a lot. Especially when you compare this with the previous version, the Kingdom version. You could see the colors here just stand out so much better. It captures the movie much better than the Kingdom version. So this one's, like I said, it's kind of like more the G1 cartoon, but the purple color is still a little light. So from that perspective, I really like this figure a lot. But for the price, $55, $60 that you're paying for this, and these are all the accessories that you get, I have to agree with a lot of people that this is definitely not worth the price. I mean, this I don't think should have even came with this figure, but this is kind of cool. It's just, I think this should have been made into like a Titans class, and that would have been much cool. This one I think is by Purple Potato, so you could see this is a really nice ship to have and add to your collection. But my point is, for the price, when you're getting this, that's just not worth it. Doesn't make sense. But the Matrix with the chain, this is definitely cool. And I didn't show this off, but you can actually remove the matrix. And look at that. I mean, this is really cool. So this is really a nice accessory to have. But still, it's everything you get here. This is definitely not worth the $55, $60 for this figure. But, you know, if you are collecting, you know, the Season 3 Studio Series, I mean, this just looks so much better with your collection. And I already transformed the Cyclonus. But like I said, we really need a Studio Series Cyclonus so that the colors are much more accurate to the movie. And just saying real quick that this figure is actually really nice. It's just we need a more movie accurate colors. And then here is Hot Rod. So here you could see these look really nice. So like I said, yeah, this is really a nice figure to have, and so you can kind of replicate the scene from the movie. Yeah, this looks really nice. I really like this a lot. And in terms of recommendations, you know, like I said many times, I don't give recommendations because if you want it, you'll get it. If you don't, you won't. And I'll just tell you, like, I kind of don't agree with some things other reviewers are saying. Like, they don't recommend getting this because of the price. And, you know, if you already have this, the price is going down, this and that. I mean, they are speaking to the cost, which is another issue I know some people have. But, you know, I just basically look at it this way. You know, if you want it, you'll get it. If you don't, you won't. So, you know, your decision isn't really contingent on what other people's opinions and preferences are. So I'll just leave it at that. And for me, I'll tell you again, I really like this figure a lot. I mean, it just looks fantastic. So that's why I got it, and it looks great with your collection. So that's my review for the Studio Series 86 Galvatron.
We all must die sometime.
Not today, Galvatron!